questions.
So you ain't heard nothing yet, boomers. Okay? This episode is bussin'. We're going to get some major main character energy as we spill the tea on the youthful slang you and your fam may hear.
So this may be a stupid question, but what are the youth saying nowadays?
Who even knows? Do you know?
I
have no idea.
No clue.
Welcome to the Only Stupid Questions podcast, where we ask the questions that may be too stupid to ask. I'm Brandon.
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Matt.
Only stupid questions.
Bet.
Hey.
Bet.
That was nice.
That was
I would like to say you're getting better at
I'm
this,
not.
but
guys, we're already on episode 2, and we are getting good.
We're 2 in.
This is awesome.
we've only been at this for
We're
12
2
hours now.
legit.
So welcome back to the Only Stupid Questions podcast.
Only stupid questions.
This is awesome.
No smart questions.
Again,
Only
it's
stupid ones.
it's another episode of us in the same room. So that's
and
cool.
It is smelling good.
I can't believe I wore the same shirt to this,
It's been days. It's been days, man.
Days.
And you are ripe.
but you two are looking great.
Hey,
Thanks,
thank
fresh.
You. Appreciate it.
Riz.
Yeah.
Risen.
Yeah, easy. So
I may have traveled out where
Okay.
like my grandpa travels, where he brings a suitcase and had no extra clothes in it.
let's talk about it, man. First of all, we're so happy that you are back in town. Tell us about
back.
it.
Well, I'm glad to be back, and I love my kids. I love my wife, but I got away for a boys' trip. It's real nice. So, but the journey was great. It's real nice. You'll notice, though, I rolled up in a Maserati.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, cool car.
I would like to say I'm rolling in the dough, but I'm not.
Whatever. Maserati.
It's a Maserati, man. How'd you get it?
It's a fancy name.
Who'd you steal it from?
Well, as usual, you make a reservation. You think somebody's going to hold your reservation. Not
Which
so
is
much.
the meaning of the word reservation.
Bro.
One would think. But, landed the plane. We landed a little early. I checked the app.
From his G6 private plane.
Right.
He forgot to say that.
Delta.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you have a Delta private plane?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool, man.
Only with like 400 other people. on
We
the
don't know
plane.
how he does things
Nice.
in North Carolina.
But yeah,
Continue.
so I'm checking it, and it's like, your car's not ready yet. Check back in 15 minutes because you're early. I'm like, okay, no big deal. No big deal. Keep checking. Nothing's coming up. So walk over to the rental car counter after I got my bag, which, speaking of which, why is it so hard to get your bag into the airport? But on the way out, bags are just sitting out there for anybody to take.
It's a
free-for-all.
It's a pick'em. Yeah.
It's a fake security issue. They just want you to fake security.
The
it's
illusion?
Not, it's the illusion of security. They don't really care.
So here's
about
the
your security.
strategy. In the Salt Lake airport where they have the oversized luggage,
Yes.
that stuff is probably worth something.
good
Like,
stuff.
you got skis, you
Yeah.
got guitars.
Take notes, everybody. Yeah, take notes.
Seriously.
Hit the jumbo luggage.
Just walk in and
Yeah.
look for a nice bag, and you got a new pair of skis.
The ski-shaped bags and the
Nobody's
the
going to
golf club
question you. Everybody
shaped
at the
bags.
airport is strangers. But nonetheless, I got my bag. Go over to the rental counter because it's still no car. And I'm like, seriously, how are they out of cars? I made a reservation. But I have a strategy.
Okay.
You don't get frustrated.
Okay.
You just go up to the counter and say, hey, I've got a reservation. The app doesn't show anything because... Have you guys rented a rental car recently?
Yeah.
Like, it's very faceless transaction
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
most
yeah.
part now. You go straight to your car. They give
Right.
you a space number.
Here's your number. Here's your slot. Yep.
Yeah, so it's a little bit
automated.
later. Go up to the counter. There's two nice young ladies there. And they go looking. And they're clickety-clacketing, clickety-clacking.
Just like the
and
movies. They just
There's, yeah.
type.
Typing real fast,
Yep,
you know.
Yep.
And it's like, what are they putting in that thing?
Who knows?
Then they get on the radio, and it sounds like they're begging the other rental car agencies to share a car with them. And I'm just waiting patiently. Nobody's responding on this radio. And I'm thinking, man, I'm going to have to walk.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Or Uber.
Well, then this girl, so the manager comes in, and it looks like he's just getting off shift. And she's like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, has anybody responded to you yet? And she's like, no. And he's like, I know we have a Maserati out there.
Ooh.
And I'm standing there thinking, Maserati? That sounds fancy.
And you lit up.
Well, I tried not to show my joy.
Oh, okay.
Because if you look overjoyed, they're going to be like, oh, this guy doesn't drive a nice car, right? So I just kept a straight face. And then after he goes out and checks, they figure out truly there is a Maserati there. And she's like, okay, it looks like we've got either a Maserati or a Camaro Super Sport.
Hey,
which one would you
that's
like?
a win-win.
Yeah, either one, really.
Well, I would take either one. But she said to me, she goes, you look hot in a Maserati.
Oh.
And you were like, decision made.
So here I am. I'm driving a Maserati.
Is that in her script? As like her customer service
I don't
script?
know. I
Tell
feel
the
like
customer they will look hot in blank.
I like to think she was hitting on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so that was a
she was.
great time.
Welcome back to Utah, buddy.
Made me feel nice and young. Now, come to realize, the Maserati they gave me is not like the really sporty version. It is the soccer dance mom version.
Okay. A little offensive, but I'll take it.
But hey, I'll take it. It's got the paddle shifters.
All the bells and whistles.
Really, it's just a little SUV. But yeah, Bobby's rolling around in a Maserati this week.
Wow.
Nice.
She man, she got you.
Now, the fun part is this is not my first time getting a nice rental car upgrade.
Is it
I
the
have a
can vouch.
trend of rental car upgrades.
Is it the first time they've told you that you'd look hot in one?
That
though?
is definitely the first time they told me how to look at. But there is another time
You got to put that in your Google review, man. That's
when I went to San Francisco with a friend, and we got to the rental car counter, and we're in line, right? This is before the just go to the space type thing. You all have to get in line. And the guy and his wife ahead of us, again, my life rule of just don't get frustrated with him, because he was getting all pissy saying, like, I need an upgraded car. I drive luxury. It's like being a real nice person to this rental car lady. She goes, we don't have any. And she sent him out, and I kid you not, a Prius.
Ooh.
Well, I go up to the
common,
counter next, and he hasn't even left the door. He's taking a sweet time because he's so frustrated about not getting what he wanted. And I hand her my card. And remember back in the day when America First and all the credit unions would print whatever picture you wanted on your
totally.
debit card or credit card?
customized. Yeah.
I hand her mine. It had a big picture of me smiling, grilling meat.
Oh no.
And I hand it to her. And I don't know if in California it wasn't a thing to print pictures on the cards. But she looks at it. She goes, oh my gosh, this looks kind of like you. And I responded just right on cue. And I'm like, I'm on everyone's debit card in Utah.
Oh, shoot.
And she goes, you know what? You can't be driving this economy car. You need to be in luxury. And she gave me a Chrysler 300.
Oh, okay.
And you should have seen the face on that other guy. I was rolling
Bro, you're famous.
whole week. I'm on everyone's debit card.
Didn't you know I'm the main character in this story? So
Yeah. So anyways,
Awesome.
Okay.
that's Bobby's life lessons on how to get an upgraded rental car without having to
I'm gonna
pay for
travel with
You heard
Bobby.
it here first.
Travel with Bobby more often.
it. Yeah.
He just told us how to get luxury cars and new ski equipment all in one story.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, Bobby, that sounds lit.
It was. I don't really know what that means.
You heard me.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, it was lit. It was
Yeah.
fire.
You sound like my kids.
Yeah, you sound just like a kid.
No. So you ain't heard nothing yet, boomers. Okay? This episode is bussin'. We're going to get some major main character energy as we spill the tea on the youthful slang you and your fam may hear. It will high-key give you antique vibes, no cap. We'll attempt to pass the vibe check, which may make us sound super sus.
Yeah.
And you may be shook, but you got to let these old guys cook.
Let him cook.
Be sure to keep all the receipts,
Okay.
because we're about to become the goats of this realm.
The greatest.
Okay? So don't tweak,
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Stop being salty and say less, cuz. Because we've got our drip on fleek and our RIZZ is out of control. So sit back and relax because we understood the assignment. Bet. No cap.
I don't understand a word you just said.
Bro, you sound just like the teenagers in my neighborhood.
Yeah, all teenagers sound like that these days.
So this may be a stupid question, but what are the kids saying? What are the youth saying
Who
nowadays?
even knows? Do you know?
I
have no idea.
No clue.
I have no idea, but I do know an expert on the subject. So let's bring him in. Let's bring in an expert to help explain
Yeah,
this stuff.
let's do
A
that.
guest?
Because we can't make heads or tails of it.
A guest.
A guest.
I guess. All right.
Here we
Here
go.
he comes.
Introduce us to your friend.
All right, my friend over here is Riley, and then he has all of the
He's got the answers.
answers.
You get
All
the
the
answers
answers.
To our
All right.
stupid
All the
question.
answers.
Is it a stupid question? It's a
Very
stupid
What
question.
are the...
All right, help us explain this, Rye.
Which one?
All?
Some?
So your father just went on a rant, and I
only picked up about
I
3 of
understood
them.
some of it.
You understood the assignment?
I got none of it.
So he starts off by saying that the episode is bussin'. I think that's a good place to start.
Yeah. What the heck
Bussin'?
does it mean?
So are we
Means
talking?
it's cool.
Are we getting on the yellow school bus?
Right? Are we? Is this a mode of public transportation? Is that what we're talking about?
Not
now?
at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Not even close.
So is this a common one?
When I was in school, bussin' was getting on the bus in the morning and going to
that?
school.
And
And
back
you
coming
use
home.
that though?
That when the wheels on the school bus went round and round.
Yikes!
You
All
don't need to
right.
be so salty.
So it means cool.
Means
Is what
cool.
we're talking about here. So he used it appropriately. He said this episode is bussin'. So we think it's cool. Is
Yeah.
that what
I
we're
think
trying
it's
to?
cool.
All right.
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
need to be so extra.
It's cool.
Easy.
So
Extra.
bussin' equals cool.
So bussin', and then he used one just now. Extra.
Extra.
Are these like actually used nowadays?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's
Okay.
used.
Yeah, I've heard them. I've heard it around the hood.
Extra, just over the top.
Yeah, the hood's used.
Yeah.
The hood.
Okay.
Like
We're
in 90s.
so extra.
Maybe in the 80s.
So let's run a few more by you. We want to. We've heard these. I've seen these on message boards. I love checking comments on events, especially viral videos. And I see a lot of these. So let's run these by you because some of them I think I understand. Some of them I don't think I do. So let's start with shook. So
Shook?
your father also used that one. Shook.
I'm shook.
Okay. This one
How
I,
did you use it in a sentence though?
I don't remember.
you
just
may
now.
be shook.
Oh, I may be
believe.
shook.
Yeah. So I'm
shook.
shaking Matt's hand.
That's a shook.
I shook.
Yeah, you've
That's a
agreed on something.
I met you and I shook your hand.
Or it's like
Okay.
shook in the corn,
Shook in the corn.
right?
That's a
Isn't
that's a
it
little
shucking?
hard.
Oh, you're right. You're
shuck,
right. You're
shuck,
right.
shuck,
You're
got
right.
it. Ah, shucks.
No
Okay.
cap. No cap.
So shook. What are we?
Just
Are we?
means you're shocked, or
Okay.
I guess I don't know how else
Shaken.
to explain that. Yeah, if you're like confused about something,
Okay. Okay.
you're shook,
Surprise, caught off guard.
Shook, not
Yeah.
stirred.
not stirred. At
Okay.
Shaken. not
Okay.
Shaken.
So shook. I like
Like
that.
an earthquake, it comes to surprise you.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm shook.
Out of the blue.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm shook.
Bruh. It's bruh. It's
I-
not bro.
Yeah, it's usually like used in an emotional way, so I see it. I see it. Okay. So you also used a term that I'm pretty sure we know what this means, tweaking. So stop tweaking. Don't tweak.
Tweaking.
So again, in my day, we're talking like a meth head
Drug
or
use.
a druggie. Like,
So when
kinda
I
similar.
say
Okay.
I had to tweak something, I had
Oh,
to
yeah.
like change it.
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Just
that
slightly.
right?
To
Yeah.
change
Oh.
slightly.
But
See, look how quick I
I don't
am.
know. The way people use it is kind of similar to the way Brandon was explaining it. It's like kind of crazy or like methy. I don't know
Oh wow.
if
Okay,
you
so
wanna
it does
say
fit.
that. But people say that like if
Like-
someone's kind of acting out of the ordinary, they're
Okay.
like, okay, he's tweaking.
Nice.
You know,
So settle down. Like quit tweaking.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. You got
quit
it.
tweaking.
You got that.
Quit flexing.
No, that's different. Should we talk about flex?
Is flexing the same
Flexing?
thing as tweaking?
No,
I don't think it is.
no.
Oh, okay.
Flexing's are working out.
I think flexing's showing
Look at
off.
these
You've been
muscles.
You've been flexing. You've been
You've
lifting?
lifting?
So that's
Lifting, bro?
so I'll hear this. They'll say that's
Bro.
not the flex you think it is. I think I've heard that many times.
I hear that all the time.
Okay, okay. Stop flexing.
What does that even
So
mean?
Riley, fill us in here.
I don't even know. I don't know how to explain that. one.
Like,
It's
like Bobby pulls up in a
like showing
Maserati.
off.
Okay, so
Yeah,
he
so
pulls
that's
up.
a flex.
It's a
That's
flex. Big Bobby
I'm
flexing.
showing off,
Ooh, okay.
showing how much money I
if you
might
showed
have.
up in a Ferrari or something
Ooh.
like that, that would be a bigger flex.
That's big time. So would he be giving off main character energy at that
yeah.
point? Okay.
Main character.
So is that a thing? This is actually used. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, explain
Not
that.
as often.
So main,
but
I'm guessing it comes from video games. Is that what we're talking about? Like the main, or like a video or a movie or?
I'd say that one kind of like main character vibes just means like he's coming in, he's noticeable by everyone.
Yeah.
So it's like all about them.
Yeah.
They walk
All
in and
about
it's
me.
like all about
Yeah,
them.
you the man.
I know those kind.
Okay.
Bobby's the man in his Maserati
Bruh.
soccer mom.
So,
Bruh.
so would you say
dope.
this is also another one that he used in his rant? Would you say that he's goated?
Greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time. So I do know this one from sports.
Yeah.
Because you hear it all the time.
Yeah,
That one's an old one.
Tom Brady.
Goated.
Goat.
Back in your time.
So for people listening, greatest
Yeah.
of all time, goated.
Mm-hmm.
Goat or the goat.
Michael
The
Jordan.
best.
But I hear that used so often nowadays. Who is the goat? Who is the goat?
LeBron James.
Brown James.
No, it's not
LeBron
LeBron James.
James.
He
It's
is a beast.
Michael Jordan.
That's true.
Greatest
He is a
basketball
beast. He is the
player of all
goat.
time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Says the old timers.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Maybe the younger generation thinks that
Wasn't
another one
around
is.
for that.
No.
All right.
you should have been. Those were the good old days.
Nice.
Maybe Chris Paul is getting up there.
Yo.
Just kidding.
No cap. Wait, did I? Okay, I don't
No
know.
cap?
I have. See, this is the one I really want to know about.
Are you even capping?
Right. So I swear I had this one pinned. I swear I had this one, and then all of a sudden I don't think I do. So when somebody said, like, again, I'm having conversations with teenagers in my neighborhood, and I hear one of them yell "cap."
No cap.
They just yell "cap," like, or "that's cap."
Maybe they forgot their hat.
What do we?
They're
Okay,
saying, Mom, my
'Cause-
head's getting.
'cause I'm
what it
always
is,
wearing a
yeah.
cap.
It's a cap.
I'm
Maybe.
I'm capped.
Maybe.
So yeah, what does no cap mean? Like what are we talking about here?
That one, it depends on the sentence.
Okay.
But if you're saying like, this thing is happening, no cap, then
Okay.
it just means like, it's legit. It's actually.
Okay, here's the Google example, all right?
Yeah.
What
It
does
says
Google
example, teacher. We have a quiz today. Student. That's cap.
Okay.
Teacher.
Okay.
No cap. We have a quiz today. Student. That's kizzy
Yeah, so
cap.
it's like not kidding.
That's kizzy cap?
So
never heard
so
that
if
one.
I'm yelling cap at someone, I'm saying you're lying.
Yeah.
Like you're okay.
You're accusing them
and
of
then
lying.
they come back and say no cap.
Then they're not lying.
Boom.
So
Okay.
cap
Okay.
is you're lying.
All right.
If they say you're capping on something, you're lying about
Like,
it.
how did they even come up with this? Like, it makes no
crazy.
sense.
The way I
don't
think
know.
of it, it's like a bottle. If you put
Okay.
the cap on,
Okay.
it's not coming out, or
Okay.
it's not like telling the truth.
I
That
get it.
makes absolutely no
So
sense.
then-
If there's no
if the
cap,
bottle's draining,
then
it's
it's
a lie.
actually happening.
No
'cause
cap
it's closed.
flows forward.
That's cringe.
What?
Is that one used?
This one's
is
a
cringe.
stretch.
Cringe is
Is cringe used?
a lot.
So when your dad goes off on his rant at the beginning of the episode,
That was a little. Cringe.
was it cringe? Okay.
That's totally cringe.
Cringe.
You're so cringe.
Yeah, that was
You are
basic.
cringe. Got it. Let's throw a few more at you here.
That was so extra.
So I heard this about Russell Wilson. So for those listening, this is a quarterback, controversial quarterback nowadays in the National Football League. And this big campaign when he went to the Denver Broncos was let Russ cook. Let him cook. So what does this
Like,
mean?
cook meth?
Let him cook.
Let him
Bob.
cook.
Maybe it's meth.
Give him time.
Maybe
Okay.
it's meth.
So give him time to do what? To cook? Like actually cook?
Well,
Show up.
maybe if
when
you're,
you're cooking,
raw,
you're cooking something good.
you
You gotta put all
so
the
it-
ingredients
All right.
together.
so
and-
that it tastes good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody wants to eat it raw.
So
Yeah.
give him some time.
So he's raw. He needs time to build up his skills.
Let him
Bake some
cook.
cookies.
He's got to
The
put in
simmer?
some
Yeah.
ingredients.
Gucci.
Little salt.
Boil a little bit.
Yeah.
Let him cook.
Gucci gang.
Is it all
Gucci
Gucci?
gang?
Okay, this
It's all
one.
It's
Gucci.
Gucci.
That one bothers me.
That one doesn't even make sense.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why people even say it.
Gucci's
I mean,
an
it's good.
expensive brand.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess.
So if they're saying something's cool or good, it's Gucci.
It's Gucci.
Okay.
Are we Gucci, brah?
I think that kind of came out after Lil Pump came out with his song Gucci Gang.
Gucci gang.
And that was about like him and his friends just all wearing Gucci.
Spread that.
Lil Pump.
Lil Pump.
Has he grown into Big Pump?
Nope, not yet. Still,
He's
still
medium-sized
Lil
pump.
Medium Pump.
Still Lil Pump.
Okay.
Medium.
Does he glow up? Is that?
He hits different.
I know what glow up means. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
like almost like the
Beautified.
yeah.
That hits different.
Okay.
It's different. That one's a good
So, like, if I would have smiled at the rental car counter when she's like, "Would you like a Maserati?"
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
be glowing up.
Well,
If I was like,
We Gucci.
I think it's more of a process, right?
Yeah.
The glow up. So you can't just do it on the
It's
spot.
like you're starting out ugly,
okay,
couple of years.
it's like the ugly duckling.
You're like, oh, what happened to them? They're so beautiful now.
They glowed
blew up.
up.
Man.
They glue up.
And I didn't mean to cut you off there, Bobby. Are you salty?
I have had a lot of sodium.
So I think I know what that means. Is it as straightforward as it sounds? Salty?
Yeah.
When you're calling somebody salty?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Right?
Straight up.
So they're bitter, they're angry, they're jealous.
Lacking
Okay.
some sodium.
well, they're
What? Say it again?
they're
Lacking some
savory.
sodium.
Okay. Okay.
Or maybe they're a little too sodified. I don't know if that's.
But what the Hertz counter lady maybe would have called you is a snack. Can we call him a snack?
Oh yeah, she was flirting with him.
She was flirting big time.
Bobby's
She
a
thought
snack.
he was a snack.
I think she wanted to ride in that Maserati.
Making
with
room
me.
for the main course.
Yeah, she couldn't stand all your drip.
Okay, what were you wearing, Bobby?
Um,
Like a button-down silk? Or
no, I was wearing my blue plaid button-up
And khakis.
this shirt, long sleeve, no khakis.
Okay.
I was wearing jeans, blue jeans.
So no Jake from State Farm.
That's because you've been getting
Okay.
snatched.
Easy. Let's talk about.
I am so
Let's
lost.
talk about his. Okay, is that?
Slow it down.
That's really what you were
Oh my
wearing.
gosh.
So
Yeah,
extra.
just like blue jeans and a button-up, like
So you're giving out.
plaid type
You're giving out
shirt.
the all-American vibe, like the vibe. There's another
business casual.
one. Okay.
Business casual.
Okay.
Some Morgan
Facts.
Wallen right there.
Facts. That's. I mean, okay, that one's pretty straightforward, right?
That one is straightforward.
That's just
Facts.
agreeing with something. Is that right?
Facts.
That one's
Facts.
easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's
like
actually
what you
part
were
of the
saying
English.
earlier. Valid.
Yeah, it's valid.
It's valid.
Valid.
That one goes hand in hand.
Yes.
Facts.
Facts. No cap.
Bet.
No cap.
Bet.
Okay.
cap.
Bet.
Bet.
Do we understand bet? Is everybody comfortable with bet?
Oh, yeah.
Well, when I think
When
of bet,
somebody-
it's like I'm challenging
like
When
you.
somebody says bet,
What?
what are we talking about?
No.
So that's how I remember
So-
it.
Bet.
Like,
I'll bet you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I envision it. Is I just drop some words because
I'm ready to challenge. Like, I can jump 10 feet high. Bet. Like,
Yeah.
I'm challenging.
Like
that.
you're
It's like,
finna
I
prove
agree.
it?
Yeah.
So what would you
I
say?
guess it could go either way. The way I
Did you hear me? Like you're
use it
finna prove it?
when
finna.
we're like messing around about it, it's
Okay.
like agreeing.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's an agreement.
Is it agreement?
It's like bet. Yeah, I agree. Like he'll say something like, "Oh, will you mow the lawn at 2:30?" And I'll be like, "Bet."
Bet.
See, I would take that if my son said that to me.
Oh.
I'd be like, "Don't you back talk to me?" Because I would be thinking he's like wagering. Like I
Maybe
bet I
that's what
won't.
he's
How much you
thinking
want to
too.
bet that I'm not going to do that?
Exactly.
Right.
I might have some forgiving to do to my son.
This is more how much you bet I can throw a football over the mountains. Like this is more of a positive agreement thing.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, Uncle Rico.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Matt, I think you threw one out there in the middle. You're just popping off today.
I'm popping off.
You're a little extra right now. What do you?
Totally extra.
Okay, what you got?
I don't know. It lives rent free in my head.
Okay, that's a
Oh
fun
my
one.
gosh.
Rent free? You ever hear that one?
Yeah,
That lives rent free in my
I'll
head.
hear it on sports talk radio. I'll hear it on like they'll say LeBron lives rent free in the heads of Michael Jordan
But you
fans.
can't get him off
Say
your
less.
mind. You're
So what
always
does that
thinking
mean?
about it.
Okay.
You're always thinking.
So like when someone pisses you off at some point,
They're occupying.
you just keep thinking about it, right? So that'd be like they're living rent free.
You've got a squatter in your head.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like they won't get out. You're letting them in.
Say less.
It's like that YouTuber guy that we keep
Say
quoting.
less.
Yep,
we
you're-
keep quoting.
Which
we
one?
got your fingerprints.
Oh, yeah.
You are so
Antoine
dumb.
You
Antoine
are
Dodson.
That
Yeah, so-
video
That
lives
lives
rent
rent-free.
free in my head
That's
It's
right.
there.
because it's always there when I'm thinking of it.
Poggers.
Poggers. Okay, that one actually.
Okay, what's that one?
There's
I've never
a
even heard that
so
one.
it kind of came
You
from
haven't?
video
I
gamers.
hear
Say it
from
again.
him all the
Say it
time.
again.
Poggers.
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 Is that the Pogs that were in like the 90s? Those little like medallion things
Bet.
with pictures?
bet?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
not that.
No.
That's
Cap.
low key
That's,
wrong.
That's cap.
Low
Okay.
key. All right.
Okay, Poggers. What is Poggers? What
The
is
only
this?
place I've ever heard that is when gamers are saying things are like a good moment or it's a poggers moment. And that's what they call it.
What
I'm
does
like
that
not
even
even
mean?
kidding.
It comes from Twitch.
It literally came from Twitch.
Huh? That's what they said.
Some streamer just kept
Used
saying
by most
it
gamers.
about like just hype. So they'd be like, "Oh, this is a poggers moment,"
Whoa.
and then
Yeah.
they'd
Interesting.
like hashtag poggers was a thing
That's
for a
crazy.
while.
All right. So we've invented a new word.
Yeah.
Yep, that one was a brand new word. I think only a couple years ago.
Yeah. A couple
Like
years ago,
2 or
TBH.
3. Yeah, TBH. That can go in the text.
To be
So
honest.
that's more the
That's more of
L.
an acronym.
Let's save that. I don't think people yell TBH.
I'll take the L.
Okay.
I'll take the L.
Take the L.
That one. Do you know where that one comes
That
from?
one's funny. Now,
L.
again,
Take
I've
the
heard
L,
this
take
on
the
Sports
loss.
Talk Radio, but is there like an origin story here to take the L? Okay.
It's a Fortnite emo. I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
It started,
There you go.
It started as that, and it's literally someone with an L above their head, just jumping back and forth.
Doing the chicken dance?
Yeah, so when you'd like
From Arrested
eliminate
Development?
someone in that game, you can emote on them, so it's taking the L on them. So telling them they're a loser.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They just got.
So that's how it's
Demolished.
used.
And they're straight
But I didn't
vibing.
know the origin. Okay.
Yeah. I believe that's where it initially came
take
from.
the L.
Uh-huh.
You know what one I love?
What?
Whip. You gotta go get in the
That's
whip.
an old one,
Whip?
man.
Yeah,
like,
that's an old one.
like
That's
Bobby,
old, but
Bobby
that's
rolled
maybe
up.
why I like it.
He rolled up in the whip,
old.
Yeah.
and it was not a hoopty. We would call a whip
it's not
a
a
hoopty if it was a beat up whip.
See, and I
But,
don't understand what that
okay,
one is.
okay.
Hoopty?
Yeah, that is a 80s, 90s
I
term.
can tell you all about hoopties.
Hoopty?
One sec.
Is
Maybe-
that a specific type of car?
Just a rusted out bucket.
Huh. my car.
We'd call a hoopty. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, hoopty
Yeah,
is a
yours.
crappy car that
Yeah.
may not make it far.
May not.
I just rhymed. I'm a poet. I
You
didn't even know
are.
it.
It's like I'm sitting next to Eminem. Keep going.
So my son just turned 16, and I told him, I'm like, I don't want you driving my truck.
Nope.
Really don't want you driving my car.
Nope. Cap.
I'm like, I'm trying to find a hoopty for you. And he's like, what's a hoopty? And I'm like, just be excited that you're going to get a car. I'm going to get you a hoopty.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to an auction to buy him a hoopty. Unfortunately, they were too hoopty even for me. So I ended up buying him actually a pretty decent car.
So you passed the vibe check.
I
Yeah,
guess.
he did.
He clapped back.
So I ended up buying a car that...
He gave in.
Here's the other
didn't
thing I don't
come-
get about these youth. I bought a Ford Fusion that's great shape, nice and everything,
Great
right?
commuter.
Really low
good car.
miles.
Okay.
You know what he tells me?
Uh-oh.
It is too big.
A Fusion?
Seriously?
Yeah,
Too big.
the Fusion. And you see, you got the Fiesta, the... What's the one in between that? And then the Fusion.
Focus.
The Focus.
Focus.
Yeah, yeah,
Fiesta Focus Fusion. He drives it and he's like, this is just too big. So I am now driving the Fusion to work, and he's driving the Jetta.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You
Bro.
got hosed,
See, I have
bruh.
to beg for the
Yeah.
truck.
That is.
I won't let him drive the truck.
Sus.
Yeah.
Totally sus.
Is sus still used? So
Yeah.
I've heard it many times. I think it is still used. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And sus, I think. I know my kids became aware through the game Among Us. Okay. Is that where it came from? Was it in use before that?
I think it was, but
Okay.
then people started streaming that.
Yeah.
And they started, because it's all about like kind of figuring out who the bad person is
Yeah.
in that game.
Okay.
So you got to suss them out. You got to look for suspicious activity. And if they're sus, you keep an eye on them because you've kind of seen them do something wrong.
And for those listening
And
at
just
home,
hunt 'em down.
it's a game similar to like Mafia or Werewolf or where you're
Murderer in the
snooping
dark.
out the murderers.
So-
Yeah, there's some people who are secretly murdering others. And anyway, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they're sus. They're suspicious. I believe is what it's short for.
Slay.
No.
No?
No,
I don't think
Don't
that's the
slay.
right. Is that the right way
I
to
don't know,
use
you're
it?
just putting out words
SLEIGH.
You're just Tourette's over here.
SLEIGH.
Only Miley
Slay,
uses
like
that
Santa's
one.
slay.
Do you have Tourette's?
Yes.
Okay. It's youthful slang Tourette's. Okay. But you threw out one that I think is old, Mr. Parker. Slay?
Slay.
That's not still
Is that
used, is
old?
it?
It's kind of old.
I think it's new.
Been around for several
I
years
feel
now.
like it's been around since Beyonce made it famous, but
She
Is
made it
Beyonce the
famous.
one?
I want to say
Slay.
Beyonce was like her and the Beehive made that popular. Beehive, I think, is her
Oh, Beyonce
following.
is kind of old these days.
Right.
Yeah.
She's still
Been around for a while.
She's still making the
Getting up
hits. So Slay
I mean,
is still used.
What was
Yeah.
she before
Wow.
Beyonce?
Okay.
Was
Only
like,
by
what was that
my
group that she was in?
dance sister.
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's
right?
Child, man.
That was back in our day.
Late 90s.
That was
yeah.
a while ago.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yep, that one's still used.
How about skirt?
What was that?
Yep.
Skirt.
I hear it all the time.
Yep.
Do you?
I do.
So that's still used. Okay. You got to explain that one.
Well, when you're riding in the whip and you take the corner pretty hard, you're gonna go skirt skirt.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Sound of the tires.
So when you yell it out to a buddy or something, what's the context? How are you using it?
know.
Like, if somebody's rambling, would you tell them stop by yelling skirt at them?
No.
Like easy screech,
I
like
guess
stop.
I personally use it as like a literal thing,
Okay.
where like if I'm skirting around the corner.
Okay. You
I'll-
hear it all
I'll
the
say
time.
that.
I do hear it all the
From
time.
me?
Yeah, but usually part of a song,
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
right? It's
Rappers
in a
do
bunch
use
of
it a
music
lot.
that we
They still
listen to
use it.
together.
Wow.
That's true.
Okay.
Lil Pump probably used that
Well,
one too.
Medium pop.
Maybe.
Okay.
Medium pop.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. Are there any other similar words to that? Skirt? Where
Skirt.
it's not like a full word, it's more of a sound.
Don't even know.
Okay, we can come back to that. So Matt, again, he led us off with this impressive paragraph, and he started by calling us boomers. Now I think this is something that bothers maybe a certain generation, the boomer generation. Is that still a put down? Is that like, what are we talking about here?
I don't think you hear it anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody
I
really
don't
says
really hear
boomer.
it.
That
Yeah.
sure was viral for a while.
Yeah.
Though. You're being super, like,
I'm old.
I need a word here. You're being super
Salty?
exclusive.
Aggressive.
You're being
Aggressive.
very
Extra.
Being
aggressive.
aggro.
I'm being extra.
Like, I feel totally attacked.
He's feeling unsafe.
Feeling unsafe. What's a word I
Pull
can
another
use?
hammy.
I
Spitting
did
truth.
pull a hammy in the last episode. Thank you for that. Thank you for the Gatorade. How can I not find? Can somebody help a boomer out here? Okay.
Help a boomer out.
There it is. You're not passing the vibe check. You're salty. Your mood is sour.
Yeah.
I'm taking an L here. You need to hop off, bro.
Bet.
Bet.
You agree with me?
Bet.
'Cause I think okay. So he just
Or he's
agreed.
challenging you.
Bet.
You're tweaking, man.
one?
You're tweaking.
I think bet's a challenge.
Come on,
but
fam.
I'm also much older.
It's low key a challenge.
What? It's not low key a challenge.
It's high key.
High key. It agrees.
I don't know. All I know is that
we-
smacks.
So we've had that term low key for a long time. Like, I'm keeping it low key. I'm keeping it chill.
It smacks.
High key means
Keeping it-
to
I
like
don't know, it's in your
emphasize
face.
to
Yeah,
emphasize something.
I don't know.
Emphasize.
We Gucci.
I don't think we are.
I don't know. You're everywhere. I don't know what.
I'm just trying to
He's
yeet
tweaking.
something out there.
Yeah, you're Maserati.
Yee. What does that mean, right? Explain the yee. I see that all over the place.
Isn't that-
Yee.
I could be wrong, but I think that's a southern thing,
Okay.
right?
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah, you've heard
Because I see
yee, haven't you?
cowboys do that.
I've heard
all
it.
the
I don't know
time.
what it means.
I don't know
They
what it
put
means.
it
I'm
in
gonna
their
look it up.
truck. It's like supposed to be like a yee.
We yell it at cattle.
Sound
all the
like
time.
celebration.
Cowboys are like, yeehaw.
Yeah.
Like-
So where did
like
the
your
yee
dad's
come
shirt.
from?
I don't know.
Yeehaw!
Google that one.
Man,
Yeah, I need
can
to know
find
where
it.
the yee came from because I see it all the time.
Because
on
I know
trucks.
Brandon Whittle has it on his truck.
okay.
Yee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yee. Meaning.
Yee.
Okay.
Yee.
Somebody else has
You
Googled
got
this.
there, boomer.
It's an exclamation used by hunters, fishers, and other country folk
Country
when
folk.
just about anything
When
happens.
anything happens. Oh, wow.
Catch a fish.
It's used under any circumstances, usually with the phrase live action added before.
What?
Live action.
Live action. Yee.
That sounds a little.
Whoa.
Hunters will occasionally raise their guns in the air to exclaim a yee.
It's a celebration.
Yee may be repeated more than twice if appropriate.
Oh, wow. Only if appropriate, though.
Only if
So they
appropriate.
just yell yee.
No, you can go 3 times or 4.
Yee. That just don't sound right.
No, that's a
You gotta
yee.
catch a fish first. You gotta give something worth celebrating.
That one's
easy.
interesting to me.
Yeah.
I guess it
don't
comes
know.
from your hometown, Michigan.
Well,
Michigan slang.
we yell some crazy things in the woods, man. I'm just
Apparently.
saying.
They're tweaking down
We're the
there.
land of
Yeah.
Eminem and Ted Nugent. So we're going to...
And the originator of yee, apparently.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whichever militia made that up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well,
Comes from Michigan.
you've walked us through quite the list here. Spilling the tea.
That's exactly what we've been doing.
Oh, yeah.
So
Been
that
spilling the tea on all
so
of
is
these
that
slang
is
words.
that like gossip or info
Telling
or
the secrets.
Say info.
tea? I'd like some. Okay.
Tea's like, yeah,
Facts.
spilling
Like
the
I'm going
tea.
to sit back and and kind of watch the situation and
Spill the tea.
Spill the tea on your shirt.
I think that's like a Southern lady, like, spill the tea.
I do
honey."
declare. I do declare.
I do
So
declare.
so in summary here, I want to know about RIZZ. So
There is.
Bobby put out some RIZZ at the counter. Can we agree with that, or is that too much? Like,
Yeah.
I believe it's short for charisma. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Charisma.
Yeah, you got the Riz.
If you got the Riz.
You RIZZ?
I was
The Rizzler.
strutting my stuff up to
the
that
Rizzler.
counter.
Rizzler. That's actually that's actually used.
The Rizzler.
Uh-huh.
You
If
were
you're
the
good
Rizzler.
at getting girls, you're the Rizzler.
Wow.
Or Hertz counter
Yeah.
attendance. Wow.
I hope my wife doesn't hear this. That I am the Rizzler.
It's okay. She doesn't listen.
That's
I
true.
mean, you already got her.
Yeah. That's
Holy
true.
cow. So let's summarize this again. So in summary, what are the youth saying?
I still have no clue.
Still,
Who even knows?
Like, I
just
need
went through
to.
'em.
We're a little better now, thanks to Riley, but
So you know those apps so you can get like the language dictionaries?
Yeah,
Is there
Google
one for
Translate?
you
Can I
speak?
get
there
a-
probably
Translate?
is. There's probably an app out
can
there
we
for
get a
it.
Google Translate for
a
this?
teen slang.
Can AI help
It's called
us
the Urban Dictionary.
somehow?
Oh
Okay.
wait, don't look that up.
Yeah, Urban Dictionary does help, but it can go too far. It can be a little extra. But
I just feel like it's a secret language, like the Navajo code talkers
okay,
or something.
okay.
Like,
We need some.
my
Speaking
kid
of
could
tongue.
probably talk all day with his friends, and I have no clue what they're saying.
But now you do.
Somewhat.
Now you refer back to this episode
Yeah.
Yeah.
and know exactly
Put
what
this
they're
on
talking about.
replay.
This is the guide.
Yeah.
Bet.
Bet.
Bet, 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 bet.
Bet, bet, bet.
And that's not a challenge.
Not even capping.
No caps.
Well, we'd like to. Any others you guys can think of? I think we're good here. That was quite the list. Thank you, Riley, for coming in and setting us straight. And we know this episode was a little cringe, but we hope that maybe some people learned a few things. I know I did.
I did too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this episode's really directed to us older, like millennials
And
and up.
above, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't consider myself an old person, but hearing all these words,
After today.
I'm
You're
feeling
old.
boomerish.
Yeah.
Yee yee.
Well, I got one thing to say. Live action.
Yee!
Thank you, Riley.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've ruined all of the youthful slang in the world, let's just go through a dumb criminal. I just want to introduce you to a Florida man this time.
I love dumb
I teased with that last episode. Let's go down to the southern peninsula of our country.
Say that again.
Southern peninsula.
Is that how you
Peninsula?
say that?
Ooh, that's a difficult one.
I think it's peninsula.
Peninsula.
I'm pretty sure it's peninsula.
Is it coupon or coupon?
It's coupon.
I don't know. I've always said coupon.
See? I think peninsula.
peninsula?
Peninsula.
Yeah, I don't think I say peninsula.
I think it's
Man,
peninsula.
forget you guys.
I think it's peninsula.
I'll take the L. So this Florida man, excuse me,
Go
I'm getting
Gators.
choked up here, guys. This story is
Gators.
important to me.
Okay.
So the wanted Florida man did this to throw off cops when they came to his house.
Let out his alligator?
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good one. To throw off the cops?
Yep, he threw off the cops in an attempt to throw off the cops when they came to his house to arrest him.
Oh my gosh. Pretended he was just not there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Pretended he was his mom.
Wow.
Little Norman Bates-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably accurate for Florida.
Okay, here we go. You guys ready?
In the
Yeah, let's
peninsula.
hear it.
So Yates, 41 years old, who was wanted by Polk County Sheriff's Office on aggravated battery, false imprisonment, and tampering charges, tried to throw the cops off by placing a sign outside of his house, a whiteboard to be exact, reading, "Johnny Yates does not live here."
That's awesome.
You should look at
That's
the
perfect.
the picture. It's pretty funny.
I bet that guy doesn't have any teeth.
Oh, so he thought a whiteboard
Just saying.
would throw off the Poe. So, yeah. What are they supposed to think when they pull up and see that?
They probably just tried in the next house then.
This made the New York Post. Was it a slow news day?
This was a big deal for a little bit. It went semi-viral. And, yeah, they surrounded the house for an hour calling for the fugitive to come out. They had to take it to the next level.
Why'd they spend so long? I mean, the
shooting-
sign said he wasn't there.
Right?
Well,
You're
and
just
it's
wasting your
written
time.
in girly handwriting.
Yeah.
I don't think Johnny wrote that.
That was great handwriting. You got a point, man. We'll throw it up for the people to see here.
Girl math.
But that wasn't enough. So they shot in some surrender smoke, and 4 people exited, but none of them were Johnny.
Well, other story. What did they put all over those windows? Did they paint the windows white?
Yes.
They did. they painted.
You can't see in.
They painted the windows white. 4 people came out. None of them were Johnny. So they shot some more in. They sent in a deputy and a canine. They found Johnny, who was hiding in a modified chest of drawers.
Johnny on the spot.
Johnny got it. Yeah, they got Johnny. Johnny took the L on this one. So,
That's sus.
okay.
That's as good as leaving a voicemail saying, "This is not Bobby's phone."
Nice. So, step it up, criminals. White dry erase boards are not doing the trick.
You know, there might be a reason they're a criminal, though.
Yeah,
They're not making the smartest of choices, so
he doesn't look happy.
yeah.
Low key stupid.
The only smart criminals are the ones that never get caught.
Is that right?
I assume so.
Is that true?
Well, if you get caught, obviously you're dumb
Yep.
All right.
because they caught you.
Where you're not as smart as the ones that are not getting
There's
caught.
probably different degrees of dumbness.
Yeah. It's all about degrees.
Speaking of dumb,
The 3 degrees of dumbness.
yeah. Well, we had quite the dumb episode today. We asked a stupid question. We got some really good answers, actually. But
Yeah.
I feel less stupider. Do you guys feel,
You feel less stupider?
Less stupider.
Well, you definitely are
that-
less stupider.
Oh,
That
thank you.
sounded dumber.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for your support. Hey, thanks for listening to the Only Stupid Questions podcast. Give us a like and a subscribe. Please leave a review wherever you listen to your podcast. And we'll see you next time.
Only stupid questions.
I guess you gotta yell it.
How do you say that? It does sound better yelled.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yeah!
Like in the hallway at school, like that would be happening.
Yeah, can you use that in a sentence?
Yeah.
Live action.
Live action.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Describe?
Like and describe.
I don't know.
Please like this and describe it because
Describe
we
it
don't
to
know
your
what
friends
it's all about.
so we can get more
Bro, that was
subscriptions.
not bussin'. That was not bussin'.
All right, fine.
Yeah.